Do you know a mom whose kids have left the nest? During this busy holiday season, give her the gift of self-discovery. I'm Ruthie Gray, and I'm talking about my new book, Empty Nest Awakening, weaving the threads of your passions into purpose with relatable topics like the kids are gone, now what? Is it selfish to dream? And is there life outside of caregiving? Interspersed with my own story of next step discovery, humor, and a little self-depreciation. She'll feel seen, heard, and inspired to discover her own next steps in what can be an overwhelming and sometimes grieving stage of life. Readers use terms like easy to read, short, couldn't put it down, and laugh out loud to describe Empty Nest Awakening. One reader says, Empty Nest Awakening was interesting, easy to read, and filled with great fill-in-the-blank prompts to help me dig down into my heart and uncover what was planted there. Thank you, Ruthie, for this helpful, divinely inspired resource. Empty Nest Awakening is available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Books A Million. Head to ruthiegray.com to get a copy for your empty nest friend and maybe one for yourself. Happy holidays.
Welcome to Authentic Online Marketing with Ruthie Gray. Growing awareness for your blog, podcast, book, or product involves more than dancing to reels and yelling, "Buy my thing." This show models quality over clamor so you can put your spin on your message and market in a way that feels authentic to you, because nobody wants to sound like an infomercial. And now, here's your host, Ruthie Gray.
Welcome back to the Authentic Online Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Ruthie Gray, and Merry Christmas! I don't know about y'all, but I love Christmas. I love the holidays. It's hard for me to keep myself from listening to Christmas music before September. That's how bad it is. It's bad. I just love it. I love the decorations. I love the lights. I feel like December is just one of those really, really, really dark months. And, I figure Christ probably wasn't exactly born on December 25th, but it just lights up my whole year to be able to celebrate the brightest and most miraculous of all events in history, the birth of Christ. Because with the birth of Christ came new hope, came light in a dark place. That hope has been passed on to generations, both in Scripture and our families. My word of the year for 2023 was eyes, as in eyeballs, seeing, sight. And something I've learned through searching Scripture and circling all the references to eyes and sight and seeing is that we can't see without light. We can't do it. And this is why, in a world that is dark, where many are without Christ, they can't see our hope. They can't see it because they don't have it yet. The birth of Christ was so miraculous in so many ways that often we forget miracles happen every day. It's a miracle when a soul comes to Christ, but it's also a miracle when we receive a special gift of some sort. A few years ago, I think it was 2019 now, I received a very special gift for Christmas. It was miraculous. It was a miracle. There's no other way to term it. And I do believe that God is still in the business of performing miracles. That's why I want to reread our Christmas miracle. This has been a tradition ever since I started the podcast. In December, I usually replay our Christmas miracle story. But when I went back to listen to it, the audio was so bad. Y'all, thank you. It's a miracle that you've stayed with me all these many years. 3.5 almost. Thank you for doing that because my audio was a little bit not the greatest to begin with. But you know what? That's grace too. Grace for all of you listeners out there sticking with a gal, even though she started from humble beginnings. Now I have better mics, better audio, better sound, and yet I'm still flubbing up words. I still don't consider myself verbose. I'm working on it as a speaker. I'm trying to hone my craft. Speaking of small beginnings, Christ had his too in his entry into the world. There was no fanfare. There was no hoopla. There was no giant baby shower with all of the balloons and the setting in a country club. He just came. It's encouraging because God can come and he is in the everyday moments. So here's my story. If you haven't heard it before, I have many listeners that say they enjoy listening to this Christmas miracle again each year. Before I get into it, I want to let you know we will be taking a break after this week, and we will come back in January on January the 8th. And at least for Q1, January through March, we're going to release one podcast every other week. So that's what you can be looking forward to between now and then. We are committed, as always, to excellent content for you, the content creator, the Christian entrepreneur, the podcaster, the writer, the speaker, building a platform online, specifically Instagram, building an email list, and then all of the other little things that go along with it that we touch on through our various interviews. And as I come upon new challenges or tips that I think I need to pass on to you. Thank you so much for listening. And here is our Christmas miracle. Every once in a while, you hear of a Christmas miracle. And a few years ago, I received mine. It's been about 30 years since I made a snap decision I would later regret. A young wife with 2 kids and a baby, I was packing our house up for a job relocation back home. As is often the case, one accumulates tons of junk when raising little ones, so I feverishly offloaded to Goodwill like a madwoman. I packed the boxes, and Jim, after questioning all the stuff I purged and getting the stink eye from me, loaded them up and whisked them away. We were finally moving home and life was good. You see, we had a home there that we had never been able to sell, and I was excited to get back in. Once we relocated back home, I unpacked necessary items and then stuffed a few unpacked boxes with sentimental possessions in my closet. After all, life was moving at breakneck speed with my new career as music teacher at the kids' Christian school, and I just found out I was pregnant. Again. I thought we talked about this, Jim. About 5 months into our relocation, I looked for our wedding memorabilia. Except when I dug through all the boxes, it was missing. No photo album. No signed guest book. It was just gone, all of it. With a sinking feeling, I realized I'd given our wedding memories to Goodwill and would most likely never see them again, or at least that's where I thought they went. Around the same time, Jim discovered his nice black dress coat was also missing. I got in trouble for that. He's often joked that someone in Martinsburg is walking around with his good coat and claiming our wedding memories. We have one picture of the wedding from somebody who attended. Our kids had never seen our wedding pictures. Many times I've lamented the non-passing of our heritage. But all that changed with a phone call. A guy who owns rental property found our wedding memory box years ago in one of his dwellings, took it home, and set it on a shelf. And that's where it sat for about 20-something years until he decided to open it. Mr. Van Meter from Martinsburg, West Virginia, wanted to know if we were still together. I'd wondered that too, after all, who gives away their wedding album? And he proceeded to tell Jim our engagement story written in our wedding guest book. So we knew this was a legit phone call. How did he find us? Inside the box was an old bulletin from Maple Valley Baptist Church, where my dad pastored, and the little country church where I grew up, with his name and home number on the front of that bulletin. Long story short, my dad and mom still had the same phone number, and the wedding box found its way home on December 21st, right when all our kids were home for Christmas. My eldest snapped a photo of Jim and I with our kids gathered round, getting their first peek at our wedding photos. When asked why he would do this for us, he responded, "I've been married 54 years. I would have wanted someone to mail me my wedding memories too." Crazy, right? I never dared to dream or even pray that my wedding photos would be returned to me, but my mom did right from the start. She's the prayer warrior in the family. We could all learn a lesson from her. Take it from this former cynic. Nothing is impossible with God. I guess Christmas miracles really do come true. Jim's coat is still gone, though. Thank you for listening to the Authentic Online Marketing Podcast for the year of 2023. I appreciate you, your words of encouragement, your ratings on the podcast, your notes in Instagram Messenger or in email. It all means a lot to me, and it adds up over time. Thank you for binging on the podcast. Thank you for weighing in on certain episodes. Thank you for downloading. Thank you for rating. Thank you for reviewing. And thank you, most of all, for coming back again and again each week. It just shows what God can do with a little old cheap mic and a willing soul. I hope that's an encouragement to you too. Don't despise the day of small beginnings, because everyone has to start somewhere. Merry Christmas from myself and my team here at Authentic Online Marketing. And as always, be sure to share your message, your way, in your own authentic voice.